7 things to avoid during your teen years to get ahead of your competition. Measurable the people you spend your time with. Most of them are literally not living. The highlight of the week is to go out and party on the weekend, taking drugs and just wasting time. They don't get recognized by girls, they don't get recognized by anyone, they're basically invisible. And the only thing they care about is playing video games and enjoying themselves, even though it's self-destructive. I was self-improvement since 2 years and I completely changed my life. And throughout these 2 years I learned a lot about myself and also a lot about life in general and self-improvement. So I want to dissect the most important 7 points and give them directly to you, because I know your pain, I know your struggles, and I will save you a bunch of time with this video, so pay attention closely. Number 1, pretending to be someone that you're not. When you're online as a self-improvement, especially in masculinity space, you see all these alpha males, like the podcast Fresh and Fit or even Andrew Tate, they tell you amazing strategies on how to get women. And these strategies work fantastic and I've used them myself, but there's a big problem. When you try to be this alpha male person, you're not being your real self. You're like sitting there, spreading your shoulders to look bigger, or like you're confident. You speak like in this very confident way, kind of self-conscious and also a bit degrading way. And like I said, that is amazing to get girls, but it's not for attracting a real partner that you want to have children with, want to live in a home with, and that you want to bring a future with. Because the kinds of girls that you attract where you play this alpha male persona, which is not your free self, are girls which you don't want to have as a wife. So every time you meet a girl, ask yourself this question: could she take care of my children? And if the answer is no, you should probably get rid of her. Because there is no meaning in just pleasure. When you meet a woman just to have sex, it's only pleasure, there's no real connections, there's nothing else. And that's most likely what's gonna happen when you pretend to be this alpha male guy. So what you should do instead is try to be 100% authentic. Because if she does fall in love with you and you're playing this alpha male persona, she is in love with this alpha male persona, not your real self. And if you end up getting together and maybe even having kids or moving together or spending your whole life together, it won't make you happy because you're not your real self, you're playing this alpha male persona. And it won't make her happy because after some time she will see through you and realize that you're being fake. Number 2, not taking care of physical health. Look at me, I'm a fucking slug. I had to learn this the hard way. I got bullied at school, literally people spat in my face. I got pushed in front of a bus one time. I literally had trauma for many years because the bad things which happened to me, just because of my looks, just because I was ugly and fat. It made my life 100 times harder. I got rejected by girls, I wanted love and intimacy, but then I turned to porn because it was easier than improving my looks and losing weight. But a strong body equals a strong mind, and this saying is 100% true, because to get a good looking body, to get a muscular body, to go into the gym, you need mental strength. And by building up your body, you also build up your mind at the same time. And you just gain this respect, you gain this mutual respect by other guys, and you also get respected and attention from girls when you start going to the gym, when you start losing weight, when you start looking better than the average person. And it's not hard to beat the average person, because the average guy, look around at school, he's smoking, he's taking drugs, he's partying every weekend, he's playing video games 5 hours a day, he's doing nothing productive, and he's skinny, fat, or skinny fat. And that's your competition. And it's complete bullshit when people say looks don't matter. They fucking matter, and you wanna know why? Because it's ingrained in our mind that we are attracted to healthy looking people, because that signals to us that we can have children with them and reproduce with them, which is the ultimate thing. Our natural desire is to reproduce and stay alive as a species, and we want to pick out the best mating partner for that. And you're not the best mating partner if you look like a slug, you're ugly, you're fat, you're skinny fat, you don't look healthy. That's why most people pick a good looking partner, because that signals, okay, they look healthy, they probably are healthy, so the chance of our child being healthy is much higher. That's literally the only thing. So it's complete bullshit if people say looks don't matter. And everyone treated me better when I started hitting the gym, when I started losing weight, when I got a better haircut, when I found my personal style and started wearing what I actually wanted to wear. Everyone treated me better. Number 3, never stop learning. I see life as a video game. You have this character in your game, like, you know, you have like a skill tree and like a RPG or something, and you level up, let's say, the skill education or fighting or knowledge. You build up the stats and you become a stronger character inside the video game, and you can do the same thing with real life. And in a video game, you wouldn't just suddenly stop learning after you complete the tutorial, right? After completing the tutorial, you want to keep leveling up and up and up and up. And the tutorial in real life is school and the education system. And when you get out, you don't want to stop learning, you want to keep going, just like in the video game. The most people only learn stuff at school, and after school they completely stop learning, and that's why they fall behind and turn into degenerates and just watch TV all day long. And the problem is you have to learn things outside of school. Because at school you only learn things for a certain exam, then you write the exam and it goes on to the next topic. It's not something which you learn for life, which is actually important for you. You don't learn that stuff at school. And you have to go from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, and you have to start learning outside of school. That's literally how I got all my success and self-improvement. They didn't teach me self-improvement at school. They didn't teach me how to go to the gym at school. They didn't teach me how to look like. They didn't teach me how to approach girls, how to get a loving feminine girlfriend. They didn't teach me about masculinity and feminine energy. They didn't teach me about marketing strategies or how to build a YouTube channel. They didn't teach me any of those things. They didn't teach me about diet, productivity, sleep, nothing. So never stop learning and explore new interests. Try something which you have had at the back of your mind. Maybe like a certain kind of martial arts. You want to go do kickboxing? Okay, try it out. Maybe you don't like it. If you don't like it, try out BJJ. And that's how you find your purpose. Like, try out all opportunities that you have. Everywhere there are opportunities which you can take. So please take them. You can read a notebook about an interesting topic. It doesn't have to be self-improvement. Just develop yourself as a person and get like general knowledge. Or a podcast or content like you're doing right now. Choose what you want to learn and how you want to learn it. And it can be as simple as just taking a different route to school or to work. You will see new houses, you will have new experiences. Just by taking a different route, you will see completely new people which you've never seen before, who were invisible to you before. Like, think about that. Just by taking a different route, you see new people. And that could lead to a new friendship, or if you're lucky, like hypothetically saying, maybe a new girlfriend, or just some old guy who gives you some knowledge. Like, the best things I have learned, one of the wholesome and best experiences I've had was when I went on a walk into a different part of my town which I've never went to, and I ended up speaking to new people. Like, there was this one time when I was on the train and I was sitting right next to this old guy and he was like from Pakistan. We spoke English together. And he just told me about his life. He's like a bus driver here in Germany. And he's providing for his kids. And he said family and love is everything for him, and that's why he's providing right now. That's why he's literally not in Pakistan. That's why he's in Germany. And that just inspired me to like click the switch to like see, okay, they're actually hardworking men out here. And I just got this experience by literally taking a different route and going on the train instead of following the same boring route which I go every day to my destination. Fourth thing is giving up hope. Before I got into self-improvement, so only 2 years ago, I was kind of black-pilled. I thought I can't make progress. I thought life is just terrible to me. I have bad genetics because I'm fat. My jawline was fucked. I have poor mental health because of genetics. I blamed everyone else and had a victim mentality. I thought I can't do anything about my circumstances, and I even made a plan on killing myself. But I found out through self-improvement that you can change. The first time I realized that I can make progress is when I started my weight loss journey. Because after 1 month of doing something which I wasn't really sure if it's gonna work, to lose weight, I looked into the mirror and then I stepped on the scale and I saw the numbers went down and I started looking slimmer. And then it clicked in my mind. The switch finally flipped. Yes, I can make progress. And you can do the same, because you're probably a young guy like me and I am not special. So you can make the change and the progress as well. Don't give up hope. See the small improvements every day. And if you don't see the improvements, you have to zoom out, because you're looking in the view of hours or maybe days or months. But when you view out and you see the whole picture, and you view your life in years, you see that it's going up and up and up and up and up. But when you just view days, it goes like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Zoom out and you see the whole picture and you realize that you're making progress, even if it's just small progress. The fifth thing is bad sleep. This is probably one of the most important reasons that increase my productivity, my health, reduce my anxiety, and improve my mental health. I used to scroll on useless content every night. Like, before going to bed, it was just a normal ritual for me to pull up my phone, lay in bed, and scroll. Meaningless content, watching Mr. Beast, watching a video on any video game, and so on. I luckily never used TikTok or Instagram Reels, but if you are, you have to stop it immediately, because first of all, the lighting in the phone is very bad for your eyes. It makes you not fall asleep because it signals to your brain that it's still daytime, especially the blue light. Like, if you're full on light blasting into your eyes when you try to sleep, it's of course you're not gonna sleep well. Your brain thinks it's still daytime. So at least when you use your phone in the evening, put it onto like a yellow night mode, or at least turn the brightness all the way down. And the problem is when you're watching content, especially like hyper-stimulating content like Mr. Beast or scrolling on TikTok, you see so many different things and so many emotions get triggered inside of you, which makes you not rest. It triggers your brain, it triggers your emotions. Maybe you see a hot girl on Instagram, you get triggered, you get horny, no, you can't fall asleep. Or you see an exciting video, you're excited, you can't fall asleep. Or maybe you see something inspirational or motivational or sad. Like all of these emotions can get triggered, which can lead you to not falling asleep because you're currently changing and not resting. Number 6, partying and taking drugs. I know this is kind of obvious, but I myself have proven that I went like 8 parties in my entire life, and all of them have been terrible. I regret going to every single party. Every time I went there, I see a bunch of people, like we just greet each other, I meet some new people. I don't really care about them because the environment is like really toxic and the people are toxic and they're all on drugs, and it's just really bad environment, a toxic environment, anxiety, introducing environment, and you're not going to make real friends, you're not going to make real relationships, and you're not like those people anyway because you are watching this video which shows me your own self-improvement. Partying space is not the right space for you. And what I always ask myself, I never had fun on parties, never. Like the most fun I had was maybe like 40% out of 100. Like, I don't understand why it's so fun to people to take drugs, move their bodies, look at guys in a weird way to try to start a fight, or look at girls in a sexual way to try to fuck them. I don't understand, it doesn't get into my mind. Like, is it really that fun? People that enjoy parties probably have nothing else to look forward to on the weekend, and that's why they party. And I always feel terrible at parties. I always had such bad anxiety, and I just felt like toxic and like disgusting being at a party because the environment was so disgusting. Like, you know, like this disgusting feeling like you have musky sweat on your skin, and you're kind of like uncomfortable and you have a lot of anxiety. I had that every time I went to a party. I never felt comfortable. Like I said, everyone is low quality there. You're not gonna find your dream girl. You're not gonna find any good girl that is also at partying, especially drinking. Never. All the pure feminine women, they're staying inside or they're going into nature. They're not in a party wearing slutty clothes, trying to get attention from other guys because they need attention because they have like some trauma because of their dad from childhood, and drinking alcohol or taking other drugs. You're not gonna find a real woman there. And the last thing, step 7, not being present. This is the most important thing in masculinity, and it took me a long time to learn this thing because I always thought masculinity is about working hard, providing, taking care of others, showing respect, getting respected, making money, building a good body. Yes, all of these things are part of masculinity, yes, but I believe the most important part in masculinity is being present, being right here in the moment. And especially when you're together with a feminine woman, this is super important because she can tell that you are not present, and that will deeply disgust her. Because what if something bad happens? You're not present, you're AFK, like you're not here in the mindful present moment. And she can feel that, she won't feel loved. How can she feel love when you're thinking about business? And I've struggled with this many times because I'm a very anxious person. I have a generalized anxiety disorder, so it's super hard for me to stay present in the moment. And when I'm with my girlfriend, I want to be present. So what I do is I do like a mindfulness meditation, Wim Hof breathing methods, and the breathing pattern, which is called the physiological sigh. And I want you to do it with me right now. To get more mindful, you can use breathwork, and one of the most important and one of the most efficient ways to do that is through a psychological sigh. So you take a deep breath, don't squeeze your stomach, let your stomach bulge out, fill up your stomach all the way up with air. Don't hold it back, no insecurities, nothing. And you breathe all the way in, and then at the top when your belly is already full, you squeeze in a little bit more air, and then you slowly exhale through your mouth. So let's do it together. And that instantly brings you into the present moment. It instantly reduces anxiety and stress. Super powerful. These are the most important things which have changed my life. And if this video was beneficial to you, send it to a friend who needs it. Because I want to get as many people onto self-improvement and create this movement of young, strong men against modern day addictions as possible. And you can improve, your friend can improve. I did it, so you can too, and I'm not special. Also make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and you can also book a free one-on-one call with me. It's the first link in the description, and we could talk about self-improvement in general, and I will try to help you as best as possible. Thank you for watching.